What's going on, YouTube? So today I'm going to do my first pass on my sweet corn after I planted it, and I'm going to flame weed and mechanical cultivate my sweet corn. So me and Charlie are going to go do that, and my weeds are a little big in my sweet corn. I've been too busy chasing the other things to do here in the farm. So guys, follow me and I'll show you how I mechanical weed and flame weed some sweet corn. So YouTube, my tractor's set up for 36-inch rows because my garlic patch is 36-inch rows and my corn planter plants 32. So I don't have to really move too much my wheels or nothing, but I am going to move over my center. And what I mean by center is the middle of my tractor would be 18 inches from my 36-inch row, and it would be 16 inches from a 32-inch row. So I'm just going to go 16 inches to my row. My tire will be just over a little bit in the row, but it won't step on the other row of corn. And I'm going to set her up now. I got my little attachment here so I can hook on my flame weeder with my pin and my discs, because I'm going to cut away from the corn and then push the dirt back with my big feet. And I'll show you how I do my little setup. So YouTube, this is my row, and about 16 inches from center would probably be a little more over here. Okay, so I'll just mark the ground like that for a guesstimate, because you don't have to be perfect in my world. Which means this foot is going to shove right over as far as I can. And then, well, of course I'm going to put a disc on there instead of a foot. This foot will move over. My flamer is going to go right here because I want to push down on the top of my weeds because I let my weeds grow a little too far this time. They're probably at the seed leaves V1, V2. They're probably at the V2 stage, which is a little mature. As I said in my garlic videos, killing baby weeds is way easier than a little bigger weeds. So the smaller the weed, the easier to kill. And guys, I think that would be like a general setup as a start when I go to the field. Of course, I'm going to have to go get on the row and roll about 10 feet to see how my feet rebury. What a good row to practice on is our bean row. Anyways, you can see I got my 4 inches there, give or take. And I didn't do the flame weeding on my beans because the flamer will actually kill the beans because the bean is a broadleaf plant. The growth point of the bean is there. And in a corn stalk, the growth point is inside of the stalk. That way the flame can hurt the corn leaves, but the corn continues to grow. So basically you kill the weeds, you burn a little bit of the leaves of the corn, and then the corn will grow above and the weeds will restart again. And when the weeds restart again, that's when I flame a second time to make sure that I kill the weeds. But my weeds are a little big in my corn, and I'll show you that. This is the ideal size to actually flame weeds. The smaller, the better. So this would be like, I say corn has like a V stage. So V1 would be the first leaf, V2 is the second leaf. And I kind of use that example for the weeds. So the seed leaves would be the bottom leaves, which you can see here. I think you can see it. That would be a seed leaf. And then I count the first set of leaves V1, the second leaves V2, and the V3 would be the growth point. So my weeds over there are quite a bit bigger than that. They're probably similar to that stage. And anyways, we're gonna put some fire to it, clean up some of them weeds. Oh, there's a little click in there. When it clicks, it actually shuts it off because the pressure goes too fast. Sometimes you can hear it. Did you hear the click? If I close it, you'll hear the click go back. So you have to let it go real slow. Now the ball doesn't automatically shut it off. I fell on that trick once. So we got our propane turned on. Now we're heading up to the front, and we're gonna just set that up a little bit. So we turn on our, just enough to hear it. That's just so we can light it. So we turned it on, and of course we give her some fire. That's enough to start. You guys see her down there burning? There. Okay, we'll leave it like that until we get it rolling. Let's flame her. So I was late on my flaming for my corn because my weeds are a little too big, and it was just because I have lots of other things to do here on the farm. So I just kind of want to show you that was my mess. So when I plant my corn, I cultipack it and I roll it to make the land as flat as I can between all the rows so I can do my first flaming really well. I used to just plant and it would give me some bumps where the little planter packer wheels would go, and when you have those bumps in the ground, the fire, you know, shelters some of the weeds because the fire goes through the spoon, so the weed growing over here doesn't get as much heat and he's got a better chance to live. So I flatten it all out, and that's my flattened out zone. And so here's my weeds, and this is my little row here. And you can tell this row would be like the last row that I flamed, and the weeds still stand up a little bit. And if we go over to the next row, I gotta move you over. So when we go over to this row, you can see the row looks more dead. And of course, this wasn't the row that I did prior. And the weeds are even more slack. And here's the first row that I did. Even the corn tips, you can see the corn tips start to show a little bit of fire. So because the corn has a growth point in the stalk and not the growth point on the tip of the weed like so, the corn will continue to grow. So the next time that I'm gonna do a good flame weed, I'm gonna wait till the corn is about that high. So we're almost July, so it's only gonna take about a week for that corn to jump that much probably. I would say in 2 weeks she'd probably double her size. They say knee high by the 1st of July, so should be soon, but I planted my corn a little late, my sweet corn. I planted it a little later just because I have the other acreage of corn to plant and play with, plus the soybeans and all that stuff. And I plant my corn just for me in my own house, so I like to eat my clean organic food. It's best food I can eat, folks. And this is the only way that I know how to do it. And I keep growing with my ways of growing stuff. So I like to eat my potatoes and my corn, and I have my beef in the barn. I used to raise pigs, but this year I took a break to raise pigs because I have too much pig food in my freezer. So I got a freezer full of pork from last year. I had a guy cancel on me to take one, which left me with, instead of 2 pigs for the year, I had 3. So anyways, I'm blessed that I have good food. So guys, I'm going to get back at her and continue to finish my rows of corn. I think I planted 12 rows. 4, 8, dozen. I got 12 rows of corn. So I'll put the camera up so you can see me run back and forth the field, and I'll show you my sweet corn progress and my garden progress as we go. The wife went through the beans quick there, so I got it down to that, and my wife goes through the beans and she cleans the rows between the beans. Like so. That way, well, you can't flame weed beans, so we have to do it the old school way. So YouTube, here's my corn patch 2 days after I flame weeded it. Okay, and I'm gonna show you some of the rows here. Okay, so here we go. Here's a row, and you can tell how much weeds have disappeared. There's one there that survived, and one on that one over there that survived.
One there survived?
Mm-hmm.
And 2-1?
And 2-1?
Yeah, like this one survived.
Yes, but he's pretty hurt.
But he's gonna just go.
So here's a survivor weed. He's awfully hurt though. And the next time I pass, I'm going to bring a lot of dirt and we're going to kind of do that to him. So the next pass, we'll put the feed on, put a little fire on the row, and then we're going to bury to the corn. And you can see the corn growth point is in there. And you can see this is where the fire hurt the corn, but the corn will grow on. And when the corn will get bigger like this, probably in 10 days, then I'm going to go and I'm going to throw the dirt through the row. But there's my weed, how much it was. So there's one, he's a survivor, but he's hurt. He's done. So there's lots that are done, you can tell in the row. Okay, here's the row beside. See how he looks?
Yeah, him is dead, and this one is a little bit dead.
Yeah, back up a little bit, we'll show him the rest. Okay, so that row is pretty hurt. We got some survivors in that row.
And this one, like...
And guys, there's my row of potatoes that I did. My next trick with my potatoes is I'm going to put really big cultivator feet like here and here. Maybe just the back ones on my tractor. And I'm going to run down the field pretty quick. And I should blow a lot of dirt into the row and try and cover up as much weeds as I can, and the potatoes should stick out the top. You can't flame weed those either, so you blow dirt through them best you can to cover up what you can, and then I'm going to have to break down and go through my potatoes with a hoe and bury up the rest of the weeds or pull them out of the row. And there's my beans. The wife went through them, so they're all nice and clean. And the next step for beans, the beans will be pretty tall, so I can actually push dirt towards the beans. So the beans will actually bury the next time. So in a week and a half, 10 days, maybe 14 days, I'll push dirt to the beans. But I got enough garden here for me for the year. So I got a row of potatoes, so I got myself my 300 or 400 pounds of potatoes. I got beans. I'm going to pick a whole bunch of beans and we blanch them and put them in the freezer so we can have beans all year round. And same thing with our corn. We blanch our sweet corn and we cut it off the cob and we have corn for the year. And we give some to the rest of our family. Grandma and Grandpa, they need some corn, so that's why we grow a little extra, because it's easy to give some corn away to some folks who are family and help me with my children. Can you see him? He's right about there somewhere. He is the next nemesis when it comes to potatoes. the Colorado potato beetle. So if you snoop through your potatoes kind of early, you'll actually catch the adults before they lay their eggs. A daddy longleg spider. Did you know that a daddy longleg spider is actually the only poisonous spider in Canada? Just that his teeth can't sink into your skin. Anyways, we're gonna fight our potato beetles. When the little babies show up, because I will obviously have some little babies, I use a strawberry box and a dustpan, and I walk down my row, almost every second day for a week or so maybe. So the adults are here now, and they eat what they can, and then they lay their eggs. So me and the kids, we come out here in the evenings, take a nice walk. We walk our potato row, and we pick whatever beetles that we can. And then of course when there is little babies, a dustpan and a box. And I go down the row and I put the box beside the potato plant, and I give the potato plant a whack, 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 and all the babies fall off, majority into the box. And I walk down and I do a chunk of the row, and then I leave my tiger torch at the end of the row and dump the box on the ground and burn them all. And repeat that process for a bit. I have no other way to beat them, and I'm not going to spray pesticide on my food. I think people are the only things that spray poison on food and eat it. And I've just made a decision to not do that. So I'm going to spray water on my food and eat it. Hey YouTube! Here I am with my boys, and we're going down the potato row tonight, and we're going to pick all the potato bugs off of the plants.
Like, is tiny beetles like that small and you can have found it?
Okay, well let's have a good look, okay?
Yeah.
So if we just stand and walk, pick them, put them in your hand.
You shake it and you can
No,
see.
just go and see every one you can see, and then we pick one. So we're slowly looking for a potato beetle. For anything that you can see. There's one. Get him, Raph.
Oh yeah.
Put him in the bucket. Now if we look on the leaf where the potato beetle was, it was eaten.
Look.
So if we look, thanks. So if we look on our plants and we see a little bite mark, sometimes we can find a potato beetle. Anyways,
Look
we're
at
on the
me.
hunt to see if we can find
I'm
another
hunting.
potato beetle.
I'm hunting for potato beetle.
Are you hunting for potato beetle?
Yeah.
Have a good look, because they hide very well.
Oh.
There he is.
Beetle, you're the bad.
Mhm.
Yes. Found one.
Oh, potato beetles fall. They're hard to find when they fall. But he's probably right at the bottom. See the bottom? There he is. See him? Get him. There you go.
Oh, him is a bad one.
Did you find one? You got him. So today is the first day we have more than just a small handful. I see a few every few plants. So we're going to go pick again.
Yeah?
And we're going to put them all in this bucket, and then we're going to take the tiger torch,
Man, that is two in the same
and we're going to
spot.
burn them.
So why didn't take the weird flavor to do it? Can you see the want to just take it like that? Can you just take weed flame, and how you flame it?
Well, we can't flame our potato plants because it's a broadleaf plant, and the flamer will kill the potatoes. So we're down to picking them, and me and the kids kind of have some fun finding those potato beetles. It's kind of like a game. We say who can find the most, and we hunt and hunt and hunt and look and look and look. And well, we get probably a little handful now. I started about a week ago just by myself a little bit to see, because I know about the time they show up. They usually show up right at the summer solist, or the first day of summer. I guess that's when they hatch and get out of the ground and start to run around with the heat. And then that's the time that you look. And every time I look, I see another one. You can go over the row quite a few times, and you always seem to find another one. And as I go over the row, I find opportunities like this to help de-weed or unweed the row. Hey, look at that. I found a patch of eggs. Can you see that, guys? We'll just smush that quick there. Another potato beetle.
This
There.
is how much is found.
Look at that.
It's a pile. Holy
Holy jumpings, eh?
Yeah, holy.
Did you find two? I'm gonna get that fire starter and we're gonna cook some bugs.
Yeah, and make a tiny camp.
There we go, YouTube. So we're gonna turn on that can.
Yeah, you.
There, we turn slow. That way the little check valve don't lock us out.
Yeah,
And
for the tiny kids.
we're gonna put that over here. Now loose.
You know the video to weed the plants like that?
So a little fire, guys.
To make it blow up?
So dump the potato beetles there.
I dumped the potato beetle.
Okay. Look out, Raph. And then we just put a little fire on them.
Have another one on.
So bang it out on the ground. There he is. Throw him in the fire.
And this is roasting the potato bugs.
And roast the potato bugs, eh?
A dragon do it?
There. Here comes Matt with the last potato beetle.
Hey, hold this better. Where's the potato bugs? Roast it more.
Drop it in the fire. There we go.
There.
That's it, don't matter. Okay.
Want to put some torches?
All done.
Want to do torches? How the thing closes?
It turned off. Yeah, let me turn that off. So YouTube, thanks for checking out my little video of me with my sweet corn in my garden. I could grow a lot more sweet corn, but I'm not. I just grow enough for me and a little bit for the family. I'll show you how I grow my garden, my potatoes for my house and my beans for the house, and we got a couple of tomato plants at the end. The wife makes some salsas and tomatoes and ketchup and green ketchup and stuff, and it's another part of our food. And follow me on my journey, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.